I'm going to do an interview with Dr. Alvin. We are going to talk about the importance of mindfulness for your mental health. Doctor, thank you very much for your interview.
Thank you for
First of
talking to
all,
me.
I would like you to introduce yourself for the people who is listening to us.
Thank you, Anna. I am Alvin Ng. I am from Malaysia. I'm trained as a clinical psychologist, but I'm no longer practicing. Currently, I'm a professor of psychology at Sunway University, and I'm here at the 8th Asian CBT Congress as a board member.
Doctor, can you please talk a little bit about mindfulness? What is mindfulness and what is the importance of practicing mindfulness?
Right. Thank you for the question. Mindfulness is just so important. What is it? For me, the simplest way of explaining mindfulness is awareness. You're aware of what's going on. How it is important for our mental well-being is if you're aware of how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's going on around you, you're more likely to do something if you're not feeling well. And even if you're feeling well, you're more likely to understand you're feeling well and think about how you want to prolong your sense of wellness. So some people think that mindfulness is about meditation. No. Meditation is a tool to be more mindful. It's kind of like if you want to have a strong body, what do? You exercise.
Yes, you
Right?
go to the
You go
gym.
to the gym, you run, it strengthens your body. But how do you strengthen your mind?
Yeah.
Meditation is one way. It's not the only way, it is one way. Because when you meditate, you are calming down your mind, you're making things still. When you are still, and if your mind is able to be still, yeah, it is easier for you to reflect on what's going on. It's kind of like if you look at a lake, a pond,
Yes.
yeah, and it reflects the scenery. If the lake is moving, if it is windy, the scenery is not clear. And if that's the case, your mind is not clear. When your mind is not clear, it is difficult to solve problems. Right? If you want to talk about well-being, the reason why people are resilient is because people know how to solve problems. In order for us to solve problems, our mind needs to be clear to think about looking for solutions, looking for resources for solutions. If your mind is not clear, you're not likely to be able to solve problems and make decisions. So coming back to mindfulness, if you're able to be aware of what's going on, it helps you to understand what the next step you can take. Even if you don't know the next step, at
Yes.
least you can tell yourself, I need help and I can look for help. I need help, I can see Anna for help. Maybe she can help me. I'll ask for help. If I
Yes.
don't ask for help, I'm not likely to get help, right? Because asking for help is very highly correlated with getting help. Anyway, again, back to mindfulness is basically about
Yes.
being aware.
It's so beautiful because we know now in this generation we live online all the time. Sometimes we forget the reality to be present, to be what you are eating.
Yeah.
Are you present in what you are doing? This is
Yeah.
so important.
Yes.
Can you please tell the principle of mindfulness just briefly?
Okay. Well, the principle of mindfulness basically, again, is about knowing what you're doing. But of course, there's no way any one of us will know exactly everything that's going on in us because we're distracted by so many things. So, the principle of mindfulness is through practice, it gets easier. At any time, if you know how there's the saying, practice makes perfect. I don't quite agree. I prefer to say practice makes things easier. Yeah. When you practice to be mindful, to just be aware of things, and you are better at it, it's easier for you to then stop whenever you need to and think about what you need to do next. All right.
Yes.
So, for example, if I'm talking to you, people walking by, and I'm actually very nervous. If I'm nervous, I'm thinking to myself, oh no, oh no, oh no, what do I do? But if I don't quite know I'm nervous, I may not know what to do.
Yeah.
If I tell myself, I think I'm nervous, my heart is beating, I'm sweating, and my mind is going crazy. And if I'm able to tell myself, okay, I just need to calm down, take a deep breath, and continue, I'm much better able to function. So the principle of mindfulness basically in that sense is to help you improve your awareness. And in order to do that, you have to exercise. How do you exercise? Spend few times a day. I would say 3 times a day before meals. Doctors would give you prescription of
Yeah.
drugs 3 times a day before meals or after meals. I would say sit down, be quiet, all right? Be still. Try to be as still as you can be and just observe. See what happens. Some people like to close their eyes, some people like to open their eyes. It doesn't matter. It's not easy being still because we need to do something.
Yeah.
But when you're still and you observe, you strengthen your observation skills. And after a while, it gets easier for you to just observe things. And that's something that you can do to improve your mindfulness. And people talk about meditation. What
Yeah.
is meditation actually? For me, meditation is simply my kind of instruction to give is sit down, shut up, and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yes.
And don't move. If you want to move, you need to be aware that you are moving. You are itchy, you want to scratch. You need to will to yourself, I am going to scratch. And you scratch. Yeah. But the more you practice, the easier it gets for you to remain, I wouldn't say calm. Right? Mindfulness is not about calmness.
It's to be present, to be aware,
To be aware, to be present. When you're not calm, you know you're not calm. When you're happy, you know you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
doctor, I should, or I would be here all day talking with you because I absolutely believe in mindfulness, and then I practice mindfulness all the time.
wonderful.
For example, I am here in India. I try all the time to be present. For example, I switch off my telephone when I am in the eating something with my husband. I want to be present, fully
Yes.
present,
Yes.
and then I charge myself for what you're doing. Are you doing it? So I have the time to take the telephone or to not to be distraction.
Yeah, exactly. And when you are fully present, it's easier for you to listen.
Yes,
When you listen well to each other,
Yeah.
you have a much better relationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then your life become much more fully,
Correct.
present.
Yes. And you can experience things
Yeah.
better. Yeah. And
Oh, doctor,
yeah,
thank you.
one last point.
Yeah.
Quick one.
Of
Since you're
course,
talking
2,
about
3,
listening,
4,
right?
whenever you want, my dad.
You know, being mindful also, like I said, helps you to listen better. And listening better is one of the main components of preventing any conflict. The reason why a lot of people have conflict and get all kinds of relationship problems, friendship problems, is because they don't listen well enough. When you're mindful, you're mindfully listening, you can prevent all sorts of problems and conflicts.
Oh my God, that's fantastic, magical. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you
your
very much, Anna.
interview. You're so kind and very gentle. Thank you.
Thank